Okay, hey guys, this is Jeannie, and I am going to try to walk you through the check-in process so that everybody can look at it and be familiar with it, and hopefully offset some of the troubles that I've run into, and so hopefully it'll make sense. The videos that I've found told me a little bit, but then when I tried to do it on the phone, I was running into some things. So you've got the check-in app, which is what you're going to need. There's going to be two types of check-ins, okay? So we don't have an event coming up that shows right this minute because it's past time. So I'm going to check into another event, and this is a past event. It's our Kid Zone event. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to choose check-in, okay? So let's do the first and the easiest thing that you'll get to do, and we just want to check in. Hopefully I can find somebody that I didn't get checked in exactly right. I think it was... I think I didn't do Belle right. So let's start just typing that in. You start getting it. And there we are. Okay, so I started typing in Belle's name. I know Tina and Ava and Belle, and I know them. And so I'm going to check them in. So as soon as I hit this little search button, once you type in 3 or 4 letters, you can hit the search button, and it's going to bring up the family if it's in there. So this is the easy part. Now that thing that keeps popping up here just keeps saying, if you're still working, let me know. So I just tap on the screen to let it know. So I'm gonna check in Belle and Ava, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna check in Tina. And I know that's weird, so I'm gonna tell you why I'm checking in Tina. Now Belle and Ava, if I tap on them, it says they're regular, okay? They're a regular check-in, they're a kid check-in, and so they're going to get the kid check-in label. So I'm going to prepare that. But look at Tina. See, Tina's a grown-up. As a grown-up, I can check her in as a volunteer, and that's going to allow one label to print out so that Tina can have her volunteer label that's going to print out instead of the regular 2 label printout that happens with the kids. So I'm going to choose that she's a volunteer, and I'm going to prepare check-in. So everything automatically is regular check-in. Everything's going to automatically go to regular. But if you're checking in an adult that's a volunteer and you need a label, then you want to actually tap on their name and choose as a volunteer. Okay, and then we're going to check in 3 people. So it checked in Ava and Belle and Tina, and we're going to get the kids' regular labels, but then Tina's going to get a volunteer label. Now what this is telling me is that I don't have a printer hooked up, so that won't happen once we have printers hooked up, okay? So that's the easiest thing to do, is to check in, choose, and then you search, hit search, and the people that are in there are going to come up. You're simply just going to put check marks, check them off, and check them in. If you're checking in a grown-up, a volunteer, you need to tap on their name and choose volunteer so that you'll get the appropriate volunteer label to come out. So that was fairly easy. I picked up on that pretty quickly. My problem came in when I was trying to add new people, because God's going to send us new people. We're preparing with our VIP guides, and we're preparing with our mentor program, and people are just going to be coming. So we need to be ready for guests, and that was the most difficult one. So I'm going to try to make up some more new names. I've been having several new names. So I'm going to pick up, I'm going to look for Joe. Okay, so this is a new family, and this is Joe. And we're going to say Joe's the dad, because we know that we know that this is a new family. The VIP guides are bringing them to us. We know this is a new family, and so Joe is dad, and we're going to start with dad because we need to start with dad or mom, whoever the grown-ups are with them. We start with them first. See, I just keep tapping that to get that little thingy to go away. So I had Joe Helper and Joe Random and Joy Random trying to mess around and try to get that. But that's not who this is, okay? We're going to be like, no, that's not your name. You're a new person. So we need to add a person, okay? Now, this is a new person, so we are creating a new household, okay? So here's Joe, and Joe's last name is Smith, okay? Joe's last name is Smith, all right? And you see it's going to give us, we've got that he is an adult, he is a male, and we want to get as much information as they're willing to give, but we don't want to get weird on them, okay? So if some want to give the birth date, then that's fine. Obviously, an adult does not get a grade, and adults, you're not really going to need medical notes. You are going to want to put in an email address. I'm not going to put in a fake email address because I found out just a minute ago that it's going to bonk me if I do that. So you put in their email address and you choose add, okay? You put in a phone number, you choose add. Emails, phone numbers are a must because if we have a problem and need to get in touch with them, we need their cell phone number. So we want to add the phone number, and you can choose what kind it is, which most of the time it's going to be a mobile number. So emails are huge. Phone numbers are a must. We want to go ahead and get an address. The more information that we have, the better that we can connect and the better that we can monitor what's going on. So we want to add his address. And so I'm going to go ahead and add an address because I want to show you what this is going to do. This is a street, and this is in a city, and this is in West Virginia, and the zip code is 12345. And we want to add that, and look, it says update for all household members. So that way, if mom's there, there's a mom, dad. When they're there, we don't have to put in the address more than once. It's going to update for all the kids. It's going to update for the mom. Okay. All right, Ethan is going up and down the steps, and you always know it because he is so loud when he goes up and down the steps. Okay, so we have Joe Smith. We put in his home address. We got all of their information, and we added it. Okay, now this is where I ran into trouble, but I have figured it out. This was hidden over here to the side, so I'm going to slide to the right, and I'm going to add a person because Joe is now, we've started the household. So now we have, I'm going to say her name is Jill because that's who I keep thinking of. And there's Jill Helper and Jill Jones. I was working on those. Those are not the new people. We're working on Jill Smith. So we need to create the person. Go ahead and put her last name in. Okay, she is an adult because she's the mom. Okay. Easy to put in female. Go ahead and take care of that because we can monitor how many men and women, males and females. Okay. And then again, birth date if you want to. If you want to skip that, not a problem. Get mom's email address and add it. Get mom's phone number and add it. But you notice the address is still coming up. Street, City, West Virginia, 12345. So I have that there because it's moving for every household member. Okay. And you can choose who you want to make the primary contact, however if it needs to be changed or something like that. So we got now Joe and Jill. And so now let's add the kids. So slide it over again. Let's add another person. Let's add June. We have June Helper, but we are adding the Smiths. So let's add June Smith. Okay. She is a child. She is a female. And we do want to get her birth date because it's important. I'm sorry. It's important for grades and classes that we have her birth date. So I'm going to put in here that her birth date's today. I'm going to show you something cool. But we're going to say she's born in 2016. She's 2 years old, so she's not in a grade. If you have medical notes, that's where allergies, things that the parents need to know. You don't need email address. You don't need phone numbers on kids. And again, her address is going to come up. And so let's go ahead and we have her. So then let's slide over because she has a brother. And his name is Johnny. Okay. Johnny Random, no. We're looking for Johnny Smith. So let's add Johnny Smith. Okay. He is a child. He is male. We want to get his birth date. So we're going to say his birth date is on the 15th. And he was born, he's a little bit older. So he's born in 2003. He's 15. So we do want to put his grade as he's probably like 10th grade or something like that. Any medical issues that he has. Again, you can get an email address or phone number if they want as they get older, or you don't even have to bother with that. We have the address, and so that's good. So we're going to add Johnny also. And so now once we're done and we get all the kids in, then we're going to save the household. Okay. And then once you save the household, you're going to find, there they are. There's Jill and Joe and Johnny and June. There's our Smiths. So we want to check them on, and again, let's see if it's just the two kids. Now look what happens when I tap on Johnny and June. It says it's Johnny's birthday on Friday. They're letting us know he's got a birthday coming up. They're also letting us know it's June's birthday today. So that's really cool. So this is just regular regular check-in, and they automatically, like I said, come up as regular. So if it's just the kids, you're just checking them in, and you're not going to check in Johnny. He's 15. I made him too old. So, I mean, it's going to be a kid that's 10 or 11 or whatever, but I made Johnny way too old. So you don't have to even worry about Johnny. He won't get checked in. It's elementary and below, but I was just sliding, making a date. But it does let you know that June does have a birthday there on the 12th. And again, if these people are volunteers, and so I'm just pretending like these are not brand new people, and Joe is going to volunteer, I'm going to call him a volunteer, and I'm going to prepare the check-in. So we have Joe that's going to get, when I check him in, Joe is going to be, get one label. Johnny and June, well, like I said, Johnny's too old, so he's not getting checked in. I don't know if I undid Johnny. See? Ha ha. So we put Johnny in, so we can put in all the people. See? Found out something new. We put in all the people. Johnny's a big kid. We went ahead and put his information in, and that's actually going to help Cheryl and Tony and those upstairs if the information's already in, because they're actually going to be taking attendance upstairs. So if you can get at least Johnny's name, and he's going to have his address in there, that's going to help them to take their attendance, okay? So we got June, who just automatically comes up as regular. We tapped on Joe. We changed him to volunteer. So I'm checking those two people in. It's going to tell me I don't have a label printer, which should hopefully not happen to you all. And they'll be checked in. So hopefully this is going to make it simple when you are getting ready to start checking people in at the welcome desk when we get everything set up. So hope this helps, and we'll see how you all like my first try at a video to teach you how to do something.